I keep seeing these videos going around saying, women in your 30s, what would you say to women in their 20s? I don't know if there's this video's gone round where women in your 40s, what would you say to women in their 30s? But I thought, I couldn't see any. So I thought, what would I say to myself in my 30s or to women in their 30s now? So the first thing I'd say is trust yourself. Trust yourself, because I think when you're in your 20s and then when you get to your 30s, you can be quite consumed with other people's opinions. And actually, just stop. Trust yourself. You know you better than anybody else. So do you in the way that you want to do you. Listen to that little voice when you get the ick, all of that. If it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't sound right, if it doesn't work for you, don't do it. Do it your way, because everybody has an opinion about your life, but only you are living it. So do you. The other thing I'd say to women in their 30s is, well, this is a big one that's taken me a while to get, is, I think Oprah says this: what other people think of you is none of your business. That's a really hard one to grasp, but it's so true. And it's such a lesson that I wish I would have learned in my 30s and didn't drag that out to the 40s. But what other people think of you, other women, other men, other children, other animals, whatever, it's their business. Sometimes we can't be liked by everyone. You could be triggering to someone just because of the colour of your skin, because of the way your hair looks, because of your eye colour. Things that are completely out of your control. Sometimes you've done nothing other than lived. And that can be offensive to some people, and you are just not their cup of tea. So don't spend time and energy twisting yourself left and right and doing all sorts of things to try and accommodate or to try to be liked by people that may never, ever like you. Don't waste your time, girlfriend. Don't do it. And then the third thing I'd say to women in their 30s as a 48-year-old woman is take time to reflect. Take time out of the busyness of your day, take time away from friends, take time away from family, children, the whole 9 yards, and spend time by yourself, even if it's 5 minutes, just to hear your own thoughts, to collect how you're feeling about something. It's so important to know what you think about things, and therefore taking the time out of your day to reflect on your life, to figure out if you're living it in the way that you'd want to, if there's changes you need to make, if there's people that you might need to eliminate, because sometimes we have to do that, then I think it's really important to take time out of your life to reflect. So ladies, those are my tips.
Hey Rych Babes, I am back with another video. This video is a random advice video for my 30-plus-year-old girlies, and also the last video I did was a glow up video for my 30-plus, and you guys love that so much, so I'm going to continue on with giving you guys what y'all love, which is just focusing more on the girlies in their 30s. Okay, so this is random. It's just different videos talking to women like us in our 30s, things that we need to hear. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, and also comment down below your thoughts on this video. I will see you at the end. All right.
I'm just getting on here for all the girlies who are in their 30s. I'm 33, turning 34 next month, and I'm just fucking done dating. Like, excuse my language, but I'm done. Like, for a while there, I was on a kick for the younger guys because that was all that was hollering at me, because I must say, I think I look pretty good for being 33. So I was like, okay, I'm done with the young ones. Like, they're too immature. Like, I'm looking for something more serious in life. They're not doing it for me. Cool, whatever. I reunite with an ex that I was with when I was 22, and this was like always the one who got away from me. Mind you, he is 3 years older than me, gonna be 37 in January. This man is emotionally unavailable. So they're too immature in their 20s, and then they're possibly still emotionally unavailable in their 30s. I understand why my mom is 60 years old and still single and just said forget it, because that's what it's about to be.
That when you get into your 30s, it gets better. What do y'all mean by it gets better?
What we mean is when you turn 30, you enter your prime. It's like the peak of your life. Because you're past your 20s where you care about what other people think of you, and you start to realize the importance of just living for you. That's why you see all these women in their 30s traveling and starting businesses, because you realize when you turn 30, first of all, 30 is not old. My life is just beginning, and it's just, I don't know, sis, something just clicks, okay? Something just clicks, and your 30s are the best time of your life. You're going to have a blast, so get ready.
You know, I've seen like a lot of videos where people are like, making friends in your 20s is so hard. And like, yes, you are right. But like, making friends in your 30s? Your 30s? Bro, if you're not married, you can't like, you know, married people tend to be friends with other married people. Especially, you know, when you're in your 30s. A lot of people aren't married. Then if you don't have any kids, it's not like, oh, you have a kid, like you're a mom, I'm a mom, like we can be friends. No, if you don't have a dog, you can't build a friendship over your dogs. If you work for yourself, you know, you don't have any coworkers, so you can't make any friends at work. Where do you make friends at? Like, and by 30, everybody already has their, like, you know, close-knit group of friends. Or they're married with kids and a dog and a house. And where?
It's just something about being in your 30s and just being fine as hell. Like, people can say what they want to say. Oh, your 20s is the best years of your life. No, ma'am. I was never this fine in my 20s. I love my 30s. I'm literally fine as fuck. And I love that for me.
Fellow millennials, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. Stop trying to prove to Gen Z that we look young. There is nothing wrong with looking 35. I don't even know what 35 looks like. It doesn't matter. We don't need to prove ourselves to them. It is okay to just be 35 years old and not have to say, I'm 35 years old, but I look 22. No, we don't need to prove ourselves. We've been through enough world and natural disasters. We don't need to prove anything.
For all the beautiful girlies turning 30 this year, I just want to give you a reminder that this is exactly where you're supposed to be. Your life currently, as it is, it's exactly where it's supposed to be and nowhere else. Embrace this moment because you're about to enter your 30s, and I'm telling you, you're going to be so much more confident. You're going to have way more money. You're going to be telling people no way more often. You're going to speak your mind more. You're going to own your truth more. And guess what? You're going to eliminate the people that are not for you much quicker. And you're going to meet the people that are for you much faster. You're going to start going to therapy if you haven't already done so. And when you get to therapy, you're going to realize just how much more healing is required for you to navigate your 30s. And then you're going to be so happy that you didn't make any shitty decisions in your 20s that you now have to correct or live with in your 30s. Your 30s is going to be the time of your life where you get to travel the world, that you get to meet the amazing people that you want. If you are not married, if you don't have any kids, this is the period of your life where you're going to prepare for those things. If you're not in your ideal career, this is the period of your life where you're going to prepare for that career. If you don't have the best friendships, this is the period of your life where you're going to prepare for those friendships. So please, I'm just giving you the encouragement to know that this next decade is going to be the best. I'm telling you, it's much better. You, like, the amount of love you have for yourself is so much more. You will still make some mistakes along the way, but you bounce back so much more quickly. You will give your heart just as you did before, but you're going to be a little bit more cautious. You're going to use more discernment. You get better. You get better at all of this. So please don't feel too overwhelmed. Don't get too anxious, and don't feel like you need to be doing something that you are not prepared for. You needed to get through the 20s in order to get to the 30s, because guess what? You're going to be ready. You're going to be prepared. And this is what all of your 20s was about.
Okay, Rych Babes, I hope that you liked this video. And you know, for myself, I am 34 years old, and it's so many things I wish that I knew prior to me coming into my 30s. I swear I thought life was over. I was so nervous. I remember when I was about to turn 30, and I was like 29 and like a couple of weeks before my 30th birthday, and I was just so nervous. I was like, oh my God, you know, like oh, life about to get slower. Life is about to just get more like weird. And then I had my 30th birthday, and nothing bad happened, nothing crazy. I didn't hit the wall or nothing. But what I noticed about myself is I have been in a self-discovery journey since I was 30. I started learning more and more about myself, and wanting to trust more of myself, and wanting to just improve myself and be better and start fixing all the mistakes that I had made in my 20s. And granted, no, I did not have older women or older sisters to kind of guide me, and it is hard when you don't have that type of guidance to teach you things, and you got to find out things on your own. So that's why I am making these videos, so we can just all learn together on our glow up journey. And it's never too late, you know, whatever stage you are in. But of course, again, for my 30 plus babes, this is us, this is our time. So thank you so much. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you again.